Hi. Today we are going to learn the topic of circuit breaker. During the operation of power system, it's often desirable necessary to switch on and off the various circuits under both a normal and a faulty condition. In earlier days, the fuse and switches are used to protect the circuit. However, the power system size increased and voltage level also increased. So these methods become insufficient to maintain uh, insufficient to namely due to delay in restoring supply and their ability to handle steady fault current. Suppose the overload occur, a fuse flows out and it take sometimes to replace it and restore supply to the customer. Due to these disadvantages of fuses and switch, we move for the circuit breaker. So circuit breaker is a mechanical switching device. It's capable of making, carrying and breaking current under a normal circuit condition and also make or break a circuit under normal condition. Break a circuit automatically or manually under faulty condition. Make a circuit either manually or remotely controlled under faulty condition. The function of circuit breaker is to isolate the faulty part of the system. In case of abnormal condition such as fault occur in the protective line, the um, a protective relay detect the uh, a protective relay detect the fault and uh, uh, detect the fault and sending a tripping signal to the circuit breaker. After receiving the tripping command to the relay, circuit breaker is isolate the faulty section of the power system. When fault occur in the protected circuit, the relay connected to the CT and VT. So the current transformer detect the abnormal current and the potential transformer detect the abnormal voltage. So abnormal current or voltage detector, it will actuate the relay and closes the contact. So the trip circuit gets power supply from the battery and trip coil of the circuit breaker is energized. The trip coil is energized. The circuit breaker operating mechanism actuates and it operates for the opening condition and it disconnects the faulty current. So this is the operating principle. Circuit breaker essentially consists of two contacts, fixed fixed contact and moving contact. It acts like an electrode. Under normal condition, these contact remains closed and it will not open automatically until or unless the system becomes faulty. Uh, um, if fault occurs, the contact all separate. Then fault occur on any part of the system. The trip coil of the circuit breaker is energized and moving contact is pulled apart by some mechanism. When the contact, the circuit breaker are separated under a faulty condition, an arc is struck between the separated, the arc is struck between them. The current is able to continue until discharge gases. So the main problem of the circuit breaker is to extinguish the arc within the shortest possible time so that heat generated by it may not reach a dangerous one. So that reason, as much as cheapest possible, the circuit breaker, the arc will be quenched in earlier. So next arc phenomena. When a short circuit occurs, a heavy current flows through the contact of the circuit breaker. At this instant, the contact begins to separate. The contact area decreases rapidly and large fault current causes increased current density and rise in temperature. In between the contact, the heat is produced. Usually, the contact medium is usually air or oil. The air is ionized and the oil is vaporized. The ionized air and the vapor act as conductor, and on arc is struck between the contact. So the arc is struck, the potential difference between the contact is quite small and is sufficient to maintain the arc. This arc provides a low resistance path, and consequently the current in the circuit remains uninterrupted. During the arcing period, the current flowing between the contacts depending upon the arc resistance. The greater arc resistance, smaller current flows within the contact. So the arc resistance depends upon the following condition: degree of ionization, length of arc, and cross-section of the area. Degree of ionization means the in between the contact in between the contact in between the contact some ionized particles are there. So we reduce the deionized we change the ionized particles to deionized particles. Now we increase the arc resistance. We change the ionized particles to deionized particles. And the length of the arc means R is equal to rho L by A. If we increase the length of the contact, the resistance of the contact is increased because the length of the arc is directly proportional to the resistance of the arc. So the length of the arc is increased, the resistance of the arc is increased, and the cross section of the arc is reduced, and also increased the resistance of the arc. So its area and resistance is directly proportional. If it is reduced and it increase the resistance of the arc. So this is the important terms: arc voltage, restretching voltage, and the recovery voltage. Arc voltage means this is the uh, arc voltage means so this is the system voltage. In arc voltage means this light spike is the arc voltage. The voltage appears across the contact of the circuit breaker during the arcing period is called arc voltage. In this arc voltage, the arc voltage and the arc current is in phase, and it acts as a purely resistive. At current zero, the arc voltage rises rapidly to peak value, and this peak voltage tends to maintain the current flow in the form of arc. So restretching voltage is it's the transient voltage. It is the transient voltage. Transient means some sudden change in current or voltage. The transient voltage that appears across the contact of the circuit at current near zero. This point is current near zero, and the current near zero, high frequency transient voltage appears across the contact due to rapid distribution of energy between magnetic field and electric field. This transient voltage is restretching voltage. After this is the after final arc extinction. Final arc extinction, the restretching voltage is normally appear to system voltage. This is called recovery voltage. The recovery voltage is equal to system voltage. So this is the important terms of arc. Finally, we conclude the topic. What is arc? The contact separation. In the contact, the arc to be formed. How to reduce the arc means by increasing the arc resistance value increase, the arc current will be reduced. Arc current reduced, the heat produced in between the contact is also reduced. So the three important topics are covered: arc voltage, restretching voltage, and recovery voltage. So these are the three important topics in the arc phenomena. Thank you.